Hello Libra and welcome to your October 2021 video. Happy birthday Libra, it is your birthday time. It's a time to celebrate you. Although now we have Mercury retrograde in your sign and we start off the month of October with Mercury in retrograde. So Mercury retrograde can bring up past experiences, past relationships, especially communication difficulties, conflict, technology difficulties. It's important to slow down. It's a time of rest, rejuvenation, and not to start anything new. If you have to sign something, read it, reread it before you sign off, okay? Now, if you started anything before the 23rd of September, Mercury retrograde is an ideal time to complete anything that you have started. So if there's anything you want to complete, Mercury is happening in your first house, the house of self. It's a Mercury retrograde in Libra. So this is all about your presentation, how you bring yourself forward, what do you want for yourself, letting go old aspects of yourself. This is a lot about authenticity, being authentic to you. And what does that really mean? When it comes to your relationships, are you truly sharing how you feel? This is almost like a reinventing of yourself, looking at past experiences, things you've done, contemplating a lot about who you are and how do you communicate and how do you bring it about? How do you bring that change about? But hold off on just presenting it just yet. There's a very reflective time for you. Throughout the month, we have Mars also in Libra, so in your first house. And on the 6th, we have a new moon happening in Libra. So Mars got you all fired up. It's all motivation. This is all push, want to do things. It's an action-orientated energy in your first house of what do you want to do? What changes do you want to bring? How do you move? What motivates you? What inspires you? What gets you out of bed early in the morning? Mars in Libra is all about you taking action upon your dreams, your desires. But remember, we are in a Mercury retrograde. So nothing new, only things we want to complete. The new moon offers you a new beginning again in the house of self. Okay, new moon in Libra. How do you put yourself out there? This is all about you. And also with that Mars in Libra, this can make you feel quite agitated because you do have a Mercury retrograde. So in Libra, so miscommunication, especially when it comes to love relationships and relationships. You are the 7th house. Libra rules over relationships. So it's a lot of change when it comes to you, how you handle and work through your relationship, issues or anything that creates instability, conflict. You are the sign of harmony. But it's also reminding you, even though you are that sign of harmony and balance and bringing peace and always understanding and seeing both sides to a situation, you need to also create that space now for yourself and your point of view and what's important to you and bring that forth. Okay, on the 8th, we have Venus moving into your 3rd house. So Venus in the 3rd house is all about networking, friends, community groups, anything. It can even be social media, writing, inspiration. Venus here is like wanting to learn something that you're passionate about. Okay, so on the 8th, we have Venus moving into your 3rd house. What are you passionate about learning? What information do you want to take in? Who are the people you're communicating with? Do you feel inspired? Because Venus is about love, and you also want to bring that loving energy within your communications towards others and how you put yourself across. This is a beautiful energy, can make you quite popular. People want to talk to you, communicate with you. Very good for networking, business, even if you're in a company. It's about communication, and bringing that forth. Anything you want to learn, anything you want to teach, share, write, publish, all of those things. Okay, so any great ideas you have there. But remember, we're still in the Mercury retrograde. On the 18th, Mercury goes direct. So now you can move forward on the 19th. So now Mercury goes direct on the 18th. And now you can actually take action on things that you want to do. The energy eases off, the miscommunication, the technology difficulties, the plans that we have that go disarray. Things start to move and move more with like ease. On the 20th, we have a full moon. And this full moon is happening in your 7th house. Now, the 7th house is all about releasing things within your relationships, creating time for self, Looking at what aspects are working in relationships, what isn't working in relationships, how do you connect to people. But you'll be releasing. So you might even want to let go of old relationships, wanting to let go of an old way in which you are dealing with issues within a current relationship. It's about renewal, but only through letting go of issues and situations that aren't working. The seventh house also rules work and partnerships. So anyone that you're partnering up with, even on a work level, what do you need to let go of? How do you need to communicate? So a new way with boundaries, without you having to people please, comes into light, where you have to be more authentic. Remember, you went through all the shifts and changes when it comes to yourself. Now the seventh house is like, bring that to your relationships. Bring that energy into your relationships and be this person that you're meant to be, so that you can take it forward on all kinds of relationships, personally and professionally. On the 24th, the sun moves into your second house. And on the 30th, we have Mars in the second. The sun is vitality, right? In the second house of money, talents, creative ideas, your sense of worth, value, the people that support you. And Mars there is also motivating you. There's a whole reinvention of you that's happening within this month. And how you communicate with others, where are your boundaries, and being authentic to yourself, which you will utilize when it comes to your finances. Because who we are and how we are, and when we are being authentic to ourselves, do we know our self-worth? If you're not being authentic, and maybe, it's a Libra thing. Sometimes you want to create harmony so you won't get into a conflict and express your true point of view. Yeah, you're going through all these shifts within your first house. Why? So that you can learn that you are of value for who you truly are, so that you can basically increase your income. Have people around you that truly support you for who you are. Feel valued. Find value in your relationships, and find value even in a money sense. And you'll be wanting to take action too on your talents, your creative ideas, the people who support you, value, to basically boost your income. Thank you so much for watching. Do have a lovely birthday. Do like and subscribe. Down below will be my website link for readings. And to support my channel, my PayPal is also there.